What is going on, Shedheads? Welcome back to the Green Room. Of course, I'm back with the boys, and tonight is a little rebuild, rewick, refresh session. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. I can't talk hardly ever. But
Yeah, but that's a hell of a tongue twister of a title.
it can be.
In your defense.
Especially when you try to talk as fast as I do sometimes. But anywho, we're just going to hang out, rewick some things, and, just chat with you guys. So if you guys got something you want to rewick, by all means, break out your cotton, break out your scissors, whatever utensils.
There's a lot of that happening in chat. I see that happening.
So with that being said, let's start off with you, Sean, and see what you're vaping on and maybe what you might be rewicking.
Well, that's exactly what's going to happen because right now I've got my Vaporesso 200 Gen, just still in work mode. It's been like that. I've been work mode nonstop for the last month. It's been crazy. So yeah, rocking that with the Goon LP still on top, Tombstone chop top. I mean, 'tis the season. It only makes sense. And in that, I am finishing off this bottle of Crumbs Tobacco Tan Label, which is like a cinnamon pastry of some kind. And it's been enjoyable, but I mean, as you can see, I'm in upside down mode. I'm basically done with this bottle. It's time to move on. So it's perfect night for a rewick. And I'm very excited to rewick because I've got something to put in this Addy that I haven't had since I used to manage the vape shop. So we're going back 5-6 years maybe at this point, 4 years, something. But some French vanilla brown sugar from my friends over at ADV E-Liquid. This was a collab with Eastern Vapor, which was the very first vape shop ever in the state of Massachusetts. And so this was one of their original flavors from that vape shop way back in, the early 2000s. And they teamed up with my friends over at ADV to recreate it and bring it back up to current day standards. And I'm excited to get into it and taste it again for the first time in 4 or 5 years. So, Chris, what you got going on?
Okay. All right. So I can't remember if I was vaping this exact setup last week. Might have been. Or at least something close. I got the Dang on top. And just for everybody out there, I actually really do like the Rainbow Dang, but I did not want that one. I actually wanted a stainless one. But then when they sent me an email and they're like, hey, by the way, we have no stainless left, but we have Rainbow. We'll give you a bottle of E-Liquid. And I was like, okay. So then I just got the Dang and Rainbow. But I got, it's like a specific chop top. Can't remember which it is. It's got a bunch of glitter in it. It looks dope. It really goes well with the Rainbow. On top, Triple X Reborn. Inside, Breezestone coils. And the liquid that I'm rocking in there is, if I'm going to rock the Dang, I got to rock some Homeboy Mango.
Dang.
Shout out to James. And my other setup, I got the clutch with the Apocalypse V2. It's color changing chop top from DHD. The coils in here are also Breezestones, I believe. And the liquid that I got in there is just I was telling the boys before the show that I've been just dying. I've been vaping so much fruit stuff. And so I was I've mixed a bunch of stuff. I have probably 300 milliliters upstairs, but it's all, I just did it in the last 2-3 days, and it takes at least 2 weeks for some of the ones that I made just because of the concentrates I used in them. So it's a peanut butter custard that I mixed 2 days ago. It's not awesome, but it's also hitting that fucking mark that I really need to get hit, which is the dessert vibe. Yeah, so that's everything for me. James.
All right. Well, first off, bust out an oldie buddy goodie, Chris. Oldie buddy goodie. This is the mod that coined the term being Janklin.
Yeah, let's go.
The old L Thunder 2700 with an old RDA V2 on top. Well, not old, but I guess it's kind of
the
old.
good old,
yeah,
whatever.
Old, exactly. Either way, got a just white chop top on top. Inside are some Breezestones triple 26s, and just like Chris, on that Homeboy mango train because it's delicious. And then I'm also going to be rewicking another RDA for Vape and V2. And if you could see the cap, then you know what mod this is going on top of. Of course, we're doing. I've been looking at it. We've been talking about it like the past couple of streams, I think. So I got to rock the Bonneville setup. It's just too beautiful not to rock. So that's gonna happen. In this deck, I believe are some. Okay, there's 3 people these could be. They're either Timmy's, Drip Theories, or Breeze Tones. Not exactly sure. They're solid 0.1, so it could be any one of them. You know what I mean? I will say they are beautiful. They look practically brand new. I may have only vaped this like once or twice and then put it away. But anyways, that's gonna get rewicked. And I think I'm gonna throw some blast off on the inside of it because why not? I've got like half a bottle left. It's my last bottle, and I'm just gonna fucking plow through it this weekend, I think. And with that, it's time to hit Sean with a little what's new in the shed.
Well, guys, if you don't know about the Shed, it's Shed Time Podcast, and it's available everywhere podcasts are found. You can find links to everything over at shedtimepodcast.com. And this week, dropping Monday, we get talking about snack news once again, because at this point, I'm accepting that we are now your source for all the latest snack news. Your boy is staying on top of this information, and yeah, there's all sorts of cool snacks and candies and drinks and stuff that are dropping, and I got the inside track, and I'm telling you all about it. So tune in for some of that. Of course, a little bit more food talk, but we also talk about the importance of hydration and proper hydration, electrolytes, and that sort of thing. We also get into remembering the old infomercials. You remember those, like you had Ron Popeil for some of you who might be old enough to remember Ron Popeil, or of course, who could forget Vince and the ShamWow. So you want to hear us reminisce about that era of advertising and so much more? Check us out, Shed Time Podcast. We're everywhere, and shedtimepodcast.com.
All right, ladies and gents. So with that, let's get into these rewicks. I'm rewicking an RDA for Vape and V2 like I have time and time before. So I'm not going to do it down low, but I'll stay up top while doing it and try to interact with you guys in chat as I'm doing so. So with that being said, I'm just going to bust out the old cotton bacon, which by the way, I think I'm getting to the point where I need to order another box. Yeah, that's right, people. I don't buy bags. I buy a box because,
Might as well.
believe it or not, if you can get one, I'll buy one box and it'll last me about a year, give or take.
I just want to quickly say to Heath, you can get those from Steel Valley Vapors, and if you use the code SHEDTIME, you actually save money. So you can give them a try. I personally think that of the coils that you can buy right now, that Breeze Tones are goated. Like, that's just my opinion. But Breeze Tones 26s on a mech.
Yeah, they're honestly
like you
my
really
favorite.
can't beat that. Honestly, you can't. You can get like lower builds and whatever, but just when it comes to just cooking, bro, the only coils that I've ever had that I like more than Adams were Sammys, and Sammys were just unreal. But you can't buy them, so Adams are the best available in my opinion.
We've got honestly some really great builders in the old community, from Breeze Tones to Drip Theory to Twisted Timmy has some banging coils too. Duchess, when he throws out some coils from time to time, they're not too shabby as well. You know what I mean?
Oh no, there's a lot of really good
But
ones. Like,
I know what
honestly,
you're saying. There are
anyone that we're
certain
ever using,
there are certain
you're
builds
fine.
that I do really just enjoy. Like there's something about Breeze Tones triple 28s with a wrap taken off, like that specific build, 4 wrap triple 28, dude, fucking bangs, bro. That's why it's in this thing right here. It's one of my all-time favorite builds. But dude, if you got somebody that can build you some just really solid triple 2636, aliens, dude, 0.1 or 0.11, just right around there, dude. Can't really fucking go wrong, man.
To answer Heath's other question, all you got to do is Google Steel Valley Vapors, and the rest is history from there, man. Explore the space. I mean, really, explore the space.
Yeah, and then when you check out, use Shed Time.
Yep, and then
All one word.
Make sure to use more cowbell by using the code Shed Time. Absolutely.
Anywho, I did see some other things up here. Let me scroll back up. Hungry Hippo did say earlier, he's like, evening, folks. I'm like 6 Captain and cranberries deep. Dude. Careful out
Friday,
there, man.
bro.
Careful out there, you know what
So
I'm saying?
get some water in you, please.
Yeah. Get 1 or 2 of those in there just in case, man. You don't want to be feeling that shit tomorrow. And do yourself a favor, pound like a nice liquid IV if you got one before you go to bed, and you'll wake up feeling a lot better than you would if you didn't. What else did I see? There's something about Steve said I made a peanut butter cookie the other day. Not perfect, but still gonna be worth putting extra time into. Oh hell yeah, dude, that sounds delicious. Horatio says he's building the Juggernaut 2 for the first time. Anyone got any wicking tips? Unfortunately, I haven't vaped any of the Juggernauts, so I unfortunately don't have any tips for you. But there may be somebody out there in the chat that might have some.
I think that I have no, I have another one. I don't think it's called the Juggernaut. I think I have the mini Juggernaut.
The single coil?
Yeah, I definitely have a single coil one. I don't have any tips. I never really got that thing to vape super good. I gave up on it. It was just honestly found it like unappealing to look at, and therefore that instantly made it have to vape amazing, and I could never even get it to vape average. Honestly, dude, I'm pretty decent at fucking RTA wicking too. Like, I'm no slouch.
While we're talking about wicks and shit, I stopped at a vape shop because I was getting low on cotton, and asked if you had any cotton bacon. Didn't have packs. But when was the last time you saw anyone carrying these?
Bacon bits? Dude, I didn't even think that they were allowed to sell them. I thought that those were for promo only. Like, I just because I thought that doesn't mean that it's true.
Yeah, no, like you can buy a pack of bacon bits, like a box of bacon bits, and sell those in a shop because that was an
how many
option.
strips does it come in?
Just one strip.
One strip.
If I remember correctly, I think it's just one strip. I'll open it and see right now because obviously it can't go bad, but it totally feels like there's just one strip of cotton in there. Actually, there is 2. It's 2 strips of cotton.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way there's.
Yeah,
one.
it's just like the promo prime packs that you get. The only thing I don't like about those ones is you can't reseal them.
Oh, you can't?
No, because it's a rip top.
Yeah. It was that like long one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that piece.
Beecher sends him with all of his orders.
That's right. That's probably why I got a bunch of them.
Dude, they're honestly perfect for like travel.
Yes.
You just fucking throw one, or just to have in your fucking vape bag, just in case of emergencies. You know, I kind of wish I just always had one in my fucking toolbox or in my backpack.
I hear that, and that's exactly what I'm thinking. I kind of wish I had one to just keep in my bag right now.
Because they come in super clutch, dude. And speaking of clutch, this wick job looks fucking beautiful. Get a little vapor action on there. Ooh. That's pretty.
Looks pretty tight.
Let's pop the cap on her. And then take her for a ride. You know what I mean? Of course, we gotta switch mods real quick. Put her on top of this beautiful Bonneville.
Oh, of course, Adam, you show up after I'm talking hell love on your coils. Oof.
Bro, yes. Yes. That's right. Everything I wanted. Give it to me. I'm going to hit it again. There's nothing. And I repeat this, guys. Listen to me. I'm looking directly in the camera for this. There is nothing better than a nice mech rip off of a fresh set of wicks after dripping some beautiful blast off on it. It's one of my all-time favorite things, dude. It's
Dude.
It's one of my all-time favorite things, bro.
I'm not even a big fruit guy, and neither is Chris, but I think we both agree. Blast off is where it's at.
It's just honestly,
Dude, I have to order some from fucking Steel Valley.
Yeah,
man.
I have to do. Now that I'm vaping it, I definitely need to, because this 30 mils, or even maybe only like 25 mils, is not gonna last me that long, because I probably will plow through this probably by tomorrow. But anyhow, it's one of my all-time favorites. And Ben, it is beautiful, isn't it? It's just purty, just so purty. I love it.
Nah, man, it's amazing. That's like definitely one of the top 5 coded mods by Ashton. That's for sure. Like, I'm not saying it's not number 1. I'm just saying top 5 is like easy.
Yeah.
Because Ashton's done some fucking fire shit. I'd really have to look at every single one, but that's landing up there.
Ern says he's got flavor shots of Blast Off, 12 milliliters of flavor.
Oh, really? Ern, tell me how many mils that makes. Is that 100 mil?
Reminds me of the Corvette from that 70s show. Dude, it just reminds me of any car from like the 50s.
Yeah, even 60s. Like I could see like an actual Bonneville.
Yeah.
Like a 60s Bonneville painted those colors for sure.
100%.
60 mils. I usually add it to 48 mils of nicotine base.
Oh, okay. I might DM you on Discord and ask you about that. Or you can DM me on Discord and tell me like how much it costs. Yeah. Like how much I would have to pay.
You got to do the conversion for him too, though. Point blank.
Ben says just thought it might be able to get that to Canada easier.
Oh, I can get stuff from Will. It's
yeah.
not too hard, but
Ben also says the color he used on it is real close to the old Pontiac blue they used on their engine blocks. I want flavor shots too. I need them for milkshakes.
Yeah.
no, it's for coffees, bro.
Yeah, dude.
And the
Blast off
cakes
in your
that you
coffee,
make.
dude.
You make cakes all the time.
I know. It's bacon full he is.
You just want to make your own blast off at home.
You know what? If you have a soda stream,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, like
I
those
wonder if
flavor
that would
shots.
work.
It-
That might be
it's-
too intense.
Well, I mean, you probably can't put the whole thing in, but a few drops into a soda stream, you might actually be able to make homemade fucking blast off.
I think that's when you'd realize how much it doesn't taste like blast off, but when you're vaping it, it tastes like it. You know what I mean? Like I totally agree with you. You could do that.
Well, that's why I'm saying blast off. You make your own homemade blast off instead of a Baja, because we know like it's definitely not going to be a real Baja blast. But I think
just get some sugar water.
Heath,
Pour that shit into it.
Borotones are specific, or like single coils that are made for like boro mods, like for like like a billet box and those types of things. And a hex tone is like a build that's geared for people that like it's like a specific ohm, and
It's got 0.2.
Yeah, and
For,
it's
Set
like
will
yeah, for a
probably be
good
0.2,
and it's
PWMs.
for mainly made for people that like to use hexohms. So
I mean, really though, like not that you have to use a hexohm. Like if you like a point two and you like to rock that at,
oh, I'm sure, bro.
4.3 volts on a
Yeah,
regulated
like
Mac,
125 watts. That probably would be beauty.
like that'd be a nice warm flavor rip. You know what I mean? Like just nice long drags.
what else we got here?
Shit, take one of those, put it in a single coil for just like nice super deep flavor banger rips.
Devo, I think that the only thing is like you don't get sugar. So it would be like just sparkling water that tasted a bit like Baja Blast. Like it wouldn't even be like diet Baja Blast. You know what I mean? Be sparkling water that resembled Baja Blast. I think you'd actually have to add sugar.
Yeah, you definitely would have to sweeten
Oh,
it.
probably.
It wouldn't taste right without any kind of sweetener of some
Dude, just
sort.
sticking on the vape stuff, just drop like maybe, you know,
Couple
20
drops of
drops.
liquid sweetener in it.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I
Hammer
mean,
that shit with some super sweet, you're fucking good as
realistically, right?
gold.
That's what they're doing in a lot of these coffee places. Like if you go to a lot of Dunkin' Donuts, a lot of them use liquid sugar. The
Oh
liquid
yeah,
sugar
yeah.
is just, super sweet.
Speaking of Dunkin' Donuts, I seen this video earlier today, or like it was like a Dunkin' like employee making like someone's like mobile order or some shit, and like at the very end they asked for 12 sugars, bro. So like she starts making this, and it's literally the entire like bottom of the cup is just sugar, bro. And it's like 4 shots of this, 4 shots of that, like 18
It's like
shots of
that much
something else.
coffee in it.
Yeah, and a little splash of coffee at the very end. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's somebody who doesn't actually like to drink coffee.
Dude,
When I've worked, because I live in New England. I've worked at a Dunkin' Donuts in my life. One of the most disgusting but common things is the large iced extra extra, because the large iced is already 5 tablespoons of sugar, and then the extra extra is to hit, depending on the spot. Some people call it double five. So that's 15 tablespoons of sugar in a large ice cup. That's gross. Never mind when you hit the extra extra on the cream.
Yeah,
So
man, that's gross.
five shots of cream plus 5 shots of cream plus 15 shots of cream.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, like literally like what James and I was just saying. It's like this much coffee at the top. It turns it like this off-white beige color, and there are people who love it. That's how they drink their iced coffee out here. And I'm like, that's because the coffee's so bad. You don't like coffee.
I mean, honestly, anytime I ever hear somebody that orders like a 4x4 or something, like just sit down, just stop. Like to me, that's just so gross. Like I get it, people like it. You can do it. I'm not telling you you actually have to stop, but I'm just saying just stop. Do yourself a favor.
Oh,
Just
I mean,
stop.
one of the things that I've kind of learned is that a lot of these places they mix the beans, right? So it's a blend. Like good coffee, it should be made with a nice Arabica bean for like an everyday roast. And a lot of these places like Dunkin's, they're mixing them with the Robusto, which are a little bit more bitter, a little bit harsher. And so it lowers the cost of the beans for them to make these coffee blends. But unfortunately, it also dramatically affects the flavor of the coffee. And I think that's what's happened to a lot of these people is like they're drinking that coffee, and so they do all these things to doctor it to make it more enjoyable. And yet, if they went and spent a little more money and got a premium cup of coffee from like a small independent roaster who really took care of the product, they might drink coffee black after that. You know what I mean? because it's like, holy crap, this coffee actually tastes amazing. And I could say that having watched my wife do it. Like, I can't do it, but she got to try some like really good small craft coffee. She tried it black and was blown away. And from that point forward, that was how she preferred her coffee. But we have to buy better coffee. We can't buy that like Dunkin' Junkin'.
Man, I'm definitely like not a coffee connoisseur by any stretch, but I just like it one cream, one sugar. It's just enough to like
And I'm just one step up from
change
you.
it.
2 creams, 2 sugars, and I'm good.
In Mass, we would call it, I would say, regular sugar and one cream. I like it dark, but regular sugar. So depending on the size cup, 2 to 3 sugar.
So
I want to try to find like a good coffee shop that I can treat myself like once a month, you know? Like a nice cup of coffee. I
yeah,
just drink like Tim Hortons or McDonald's Canada coffee
yeah.
more often than not.
I'm not a daily coffee guy. I'll have it like, you know, once, maybe twice a week, if that. Like it's usually on the weekends if I wake up and there's like a fresh pot. Like, oh, you know what? A cup of coffee does sound nice. It's usually during the colder months too, when it's hot outside and shit. I don't want anything warm to drink. I just want all the cold things. Um,
Hot coffee every day.
Charlottetown is the closest city, Adam. Ern, I love espresso.
Mm.
Espresso
Tell you
is
what, I
fire. Like I will put in like half a sugar though to really enjoy it, but I can totally drink it nothing with just straight up espresso.
I haven't had just straight espresso. Espresso.
I like going to
Good.
like the little coffee shop like that, just do an espresso with like a swirl of caramel on top. That's like just enough sweetener, and yeah, black. It's if you get one
Yeah,
with a good crema,
I never put cream in it.
yeah,
I
like
always
if you
thought that's when you get like a cappuccino because you just like throw a couple of espressos in there and then you just added fucking steamed milk.
pretty much, yeah. But like when you get a good fresh espresso that gets that nice crema on top, oh ho 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 ho, it's so just rich and delicious. I don't have a good enough espresso maker to do that.
Right.
So my espresso's never that good.
Ben says I got a French press and ruined my ability to enjoy any other kind of coffee. Dude, I know the few people that have done that. Like,
French press is super good. I do like it. I had like a really cheap one that ended up kind of like melting when I put it through the dishwasher.
Oh, it's a bummer.
Yeah. So it would just like fall out. So basically you just had this like beaker, like the handle wouldn't even work anymore.
It's an art form as much as it's a science when it comes to that shit. Like we've interviewed Breeze Tones about the whole art and science of coffee over on the podcast, and like there's so much to it to like get those perfect brews and the perfect grind. And it's pretty amazing stuff. Like that's a rabbit hole that someone can really fall down. Even Ben says, "Yeah, I learned all about temps for brewing and shit. It's crazy."
Priestone says if it's brown, drink it down. What I've always heard, if it's brown, flush it down.
I have definitely heard that, not what Adam said.
Yeah.
Uh, Simpsons.
Oh, is Homer talking about beers though?
No, actually, he's talking about how the water of Springfield. He's
Oh, the
saying if it's
water, that
brown,
makes
drink it
sense.
down. But yeah, yeah, I could immediately pull that as a Simpsons reference. Ern hits you with the other part though. If it's yellow, let it mellow.
No, dude. That's just fucking terrible, bro.
Mellow yellow?
No. Like, wait,
Oh,
when you're talking about
If it's
your
brown, flush it
restroom.
down. If it's yellow, let it mellow.
Yeah, I'm not with that. Dude.
Only in
Just fucking
emergency
flush that shit.
situations. I used to live in a house that was on well water. So if you lose power, there's no pump for the well, which means you don't have water pressure.
Which means
And
you have to get buckets of water from outside to pour down the toilet to make it
right,
flush.
which that would be a rule in that situation. Like you can
I've
let
been
it
at
mellow.
people's like cottages and shit like that were like that. Because like their septics were really small or it was like really rocky and so they just be like, yeah, like if you piss, don't flush.
Did you see that? Chris Priestland said, "I found you a place on Richmond Street, Receiver Coffee Company. They have breakfast too."
Okay. Adam, do me a favor and just DM me that unless you already did.
I'm sure he probably did.
No, he didn't. But now could you please? And I will take my girlfriend out for coffee, maybe breakfast. Don't tell her.
You know.
Are you watching, Liz?
I
Yeah,
say,
she's in the chat. I saw her already.
I was gonna say, you sure she's not in the chat right now?
Anywho, let's see what else we got. Kev says, "Well, water is delicious." Is there anything that I missed up top that I should have mentioned?
Shout out to Steve-O for finishing the Springfield reference.
Thank you, Adam.
I will say, vaping this French vanilla brown sugar, it's better than I remember.
Really?
Yes. I feel like I wrote this off as just like another vanilla flavor and was like, it's good, but it's not like, anything special. And now I think I appreciate it more. The French vanilla is like a nice, rich, creamy French vanilla, and that brown sugar note it's that nice hint of something else. You know what I mean? It's hard to describe the taste of a brown sugar.
It's like molassesy. Like brown sugar is molasses,
Like,
basically.
yeah, but like,
Or it's like sugar with molasses added, maybe.
it's just got that nice, rich, bakery kind of a flavor, you know?
Heath, I honestly I don't know exactly which Tony you're talking about, and I've never heard of the SQ30 Skull Edition.
I wonder if it's Tony B.
I don't know.
We'll see what he says.
I'm honestly so out of the loop when it comes to what's being released nowadays.
It's probably best only because like you're saving yourself some money. Because I don't ever look at anything unless like I don't look at anything.
Yeah, I know nothing of it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it, dude. Zero mods.
I feel like I've heard of zero mods before. And I mean,
Well, he says it's a mech squonk, so that would be a big part of, I think, why we're not in touch with this.
yeah, man. Everybody knows my stance on squonking.
I own so many of them, and I use basically none of them.
Dude, I still haven't found a box that's filled with like regulated mods since I moved, man. I can't find it. And like some of my favorite mods are in there.
That's
It's actually any box mod or regulated mod.
From what it looks like, from what I'm seeing on like Instagram and stuff, it looks like it's a 3D printed mech squonk. Yeah.
And it's Tony P. Is that?
I'm guessing. I don't know. I've never.
Well, Tony B was the Pulse guy.
Yeah, the different guy.
Like B as in Bob, not P
Yeah,
as in Peter.
This is a different guy.
Okay. Wow, that's unfortunate for him.
I mean, Tony B's still out there doing all sorts of cool shit. But now he's out there like, hey, check out this guitar. Hey, check out this cool scooter, or this cool skateboard, or this electric bike. Like, he's just like
Oh,
into
so he's like
everything.
trying to make money like off of YouTube now?
Well, so he's like,
you know
he's
what I mean?
basically just, instead of reviewing vape gear, he's reviewing anything that interests him. So it's like, hey, I got this new guitar that sounded pretty cool. Check it out. Here's my thoughts.
All right. So let's see here. Let's check the time. It's almost about that time here.
We're
He
pretty close.
reviewed a few fly guitars. Oh yeah, he's done all kinds of crazy stuff lately. Ben says I've seen some Zero mods around, never paid much attention since they're 3D printed. All right, Breeze Tones, I'll catch you later, dudes. Dude, silver plated, pure
Later,
silver
Adam.
plated. Check out Thrill review. Yeah, I'm sure it's awesome, dude. I'm just not much into squonks, or I'm not really super into 3D printed stuff too much. I have a few things, but that's if you're into that sort of stuff, I would definitely say check it out for sure. But with that, I think it's about that time, folks, for us to do the thing, and you guys can do the thing. And Sean?
Yeah, you know what it is. It's time to get up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, hit the restroom maybe, and inhale some good shit, exhale some bullshit, and enjoy some shed time.
Let's do it. Welcome back. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, peace out, Heath. If you already left, sorry we missed you, but thanks for popping in. Though you have to pay attention to battery wraps on the Matterhorn, can't cover too much of the negative side. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But that's with most like mech mods that have that sort of like firing bar sort of situation, because it's usually just that little nubbin that sticks up to fucking make contact. But yeah, I always try to make sure that like the bottom of the battery is more exposed, and the top you can cover up more, because as long as the positive part of the pin showing, then you're good. You know what I mean? If it goes over the insulator, that's not bad. If anything, that's even better.
Yeah, if I remember the one thing that stood out to me from, Battery Mooch back in the day talking about battery safety was that you wanted to make sure that you are always protected around this ridge, because this part is still positive, and then once you get below the ridge, you're negative. And that's where your torn battery wraps creating problems can occur, because that's a very short distance to be able to make an arc, and that'll cause battery failure. And that's why it's so integral to keep this area nick free and in good condition. If like, that's a factory wrapped, that's not a lot of coverage down there.
Usually what I do too nowadays, like if I'm putting like battery wraps on something, especially if they're like the ODB wraps, or even these ones are actually a little bit thicker if I'm not mistaken, but these QP design wraps, I just threw them over the wraps that were already on the battery, so it's like doubled up. You know what I mean? Where did this battery come from?
That does sometimes limit your mod choice.
Yeah, depending on like, so I bought a set, like I bought these sets or this set when I was at Will's in April, and it's like the Steel Valley 21700s, and I just took like the P42As that I bought and then just fucking
You just wrapped right
hammered,
over them.
yeah, right over top, yeah.
Yeah, like I did that with some batteries back when I was still in the vape shop, and I had a couple of mods that, like, because I did that, those batteries I couldn't use because they was just a little too thick to get in there and safely pull back out.
Horatio just said, and I just happen to have one right there. The
I've
BB
actually got a
vape
set of
ones.
those kicking around somewhere that got sent to me,
I
and I
actually
have
have.
not need to use them yet.
I had a few at some point. Dude, I've got a bunch of wraps. I've got some Timmy wraps. I've got some Steel Valley wraps.
I haven't used my Steel Valley ones yet either.
Yeah, I honestly just like I did the same thing with those. I just threw them over a brand new set of batteries.
Yeah. That's like the one way you can feel a little bit more confident about your ODB wraps. So those things are
Yeah.
fucking thin as anything.
Yeah, and you got to be careful when you're putting them on too, dude. I fucking melted them before, real quick, and that was even with just a hair dryer. That's not a heat gun, or like some people do with like a lighter or some shit. I can't do that.
Oh yeah,
Nah, me neither.
I've done the lighter in a pinch.
Anywho,
When it comes to safety first, man, if the lighter's what it's gonna take to shrink that shit, and I need to make sure I'm being safe to use that mod, I'm gonna shrink that shit however I can.
well, I went ahead and ended the poll here, and it looks like the vote is in 52%, just sneaking it out for
Narrow
the game we
margins.
like to call "Take It or Leave It." This is like a multiple choice sort of situation, not really multiple choice, just it's a game where you guys come up with a bunch of ideas, throwing them out there in chat with a specific category in mind, and we'll take one out of the chat, pass it around, say whether we would take it or leave it. What are we thinking here, fellas?
What about activities?
Activities?
Yeah, Sean, I
like-
like that.
Things to do.
Okay. Why not?
I'd love to see what the chat has to offer for just different activities that you can do.
First one up
So,
from our main
Earn.
man, Earn. Curling. Take it or leave it?
Okay, so I'm gonna jump in first. I've actually done it before. Uh, in grade school, we had like electives, and one of them was curling because like our principal is like a super big curler. And yeah, so like I went curling, and we would put like duct tape on one shoe, and that would be like your slide foot. And it was actually pretty fun, like genuinely. And I wasn't very good, and neither were any of my friends that I was playing with, but it was not bad. I would take it.
All right, Sean, what about you?
I mean, of course, Chris has done it as a Canadian. I feel like that's a rite of passage, isn't it, in Canada? Like,
Yeah, it's like just behind skating.
like it's one of those things. Like everybody's get done it at least once. Uh, I want to try it. Like, I'm gonna take it because I want to try it. I've seen it, and like, sure, it seems like it's very boring to watch on TV, but it looks like if you're doing it, it's probably a little bit more fun. So like, I definitely will take it.
Um, there's some funny ones out there. I honestly, I would probably take it too to at least try it once because it looks ridiculous, but I bet it's fun as hell when you're doing it.
What's
You know what I mean?
ridiculous about it? Because they're throwing rocks on ice, or they're like going,
No, that they're
hurry,
sitting there and they're
hurry.
fucking with the
Like,
brooms and trying to
Yeah,
fucking
that
like
like
speed it up or slow it
furious
down, and then they're like
sweeping.
sweeping real quick, and then they stop, and then
yeah,
it's
well, there'll be like calls and they'll be like, hurry,
yeah, and they're
hurry, because
fucking
they're
yelling at
trying.
each other as they're
It's like
fucking
over
sliding down this
curling.
fucking.
Oh yeah.
It's just funny to me, just watching it with the because I obviously have no I don't know what the fucking point of the game is, what the rules are, what.
It's like shuffleboard.
Yeah,
Have
well,
you ever
yeah, I
played
kind of got
shuffleboard?
that, but like
Yeah.
at the same time, it's just like I don't understand what the process of the broom. Like, what exactly are they heating the ice up? Are they cooling the ice down? Or are they trying to
They're
like
like
wipe away?
clearing it so it slides more true. So like if you really sweep really hard, it'll curl less. So if it's like coming down and like let's say you're trying to hit here and it's coming down and it's curling and it's curling and it's curling and it looks like it's gonna start to curl beyond, they'll sweep and then it'll like come more down because it will not like get caught up on the snow on like the little things. So like that it really does make a difference.
It's like you're polishing the ice
Yeah.
to help guide it.
It
All right,
can't grab as much.
who wants to
Okay,
go
so
next?
everybody's that's nice. Everybody's taking curling. Let's go.
So keep those activity ideas coming, everybody.
Yeah, whoever wants to pick next
It
can
was a
go
good
for it.
strong start. I mean,
All
I'll
right,
go
I'm gonna
next.
go with oh
Oh,
sorry.
Oh no,
Did
go
you
ahead.
say
Go ahead. If you already
oh
found one to throw out,
yeah.
go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Brian Enoch and disc golf.
well, here's the thing. I have played disc golf, and also I've played ultimate frisbee. But they're both fun as shit, dude. It's honestly fun. Like it's not golf, obviously, because you're just fucking throwing a frisbee, but like you pretty much play it like it's fun though, dude, because then you got like different discs for like different distances. Some are heavier, some are
Yeah,
a
you have
little
like a
bit lighter.
driver and a
Yeah, you got a
Yeah,
putter.
yeah.
putter, all that.
And if you can fucking hit a nice fucking long shot, dude, or a sweeper that fucking just cuts in, or you know what I mean? The same thing like a cut or a draw in there, bro. Shit's fucking sick. And then there's different ways to fucking throw it. You can throw it fucking overhand. You can fucking throw it underhand. You can fucking throw it cross arm. Fucking there's these people that hold it upside down where the thumb's in the ridge, and they fucking fling them like this. Dude, it's fucking crazy, dude. But yeah, it's fun. I'd do it for sure. Again, hell yeah.
Sean, how about you?
I'm gonna leave it.
Damn. You don't like
I
throwing shit, dude? I love throwing
so
things.
so
So.
here's the thing, man.
That's
Like
the main point. I just like to throw shit, dude.
I will play frisbee in the way of like just throwing one back and forth or throwing it with the dog, that sort of thing. I have seen people play frisbee golf, and I have talked to people who are really enthusiastic about it. It's not for me. I can already tell.
Chris?
Okay, well, I'll say I'll take it, although I didn't take it all year, and I actually got this for Christmas, I think, last year, and I went all year and didn't play once. So that's kind of disappointing. But I would play. Like I'm definitely I'm keen on trying.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
not keen enough, I guess.
Bro, it's so much fun. All right, Sean.
I'm gonna try this one around for the room, and it's from LJ.
I knew it.
Attending a Mario
Oh,
speed run event.
that wasn't what I thought.
Is that
Okay.
where you're basically playing like Mario Kart in real life?
No, you're not.
No, you're
Someone
you're
else is.
you're at an event watching people try to play like original Super Mario, for example, and try to get the entire game completed the fastest possible. Yeah,
Whoa.
speed running is people who are playing a game with
Speed in mind.
everything, planned out to such a degree that they can go as fast as humanly possible to get through every level as quickly as possible.
It's pretty crazy. I've watched a few videos, but I don't know if I'd really
Okay,
go and attend a
I'd
whole
go.
event. Maybe I don't know.
Is it shed time friendly? Like, can
No.
I just kind of like roll outside and just like
I
hit a
mean,
Well,
you
part up
yeah,
and
I'm
then roll
sure you
back
could. You
inside?
could do
I,
that at any event,
I
really.
say I'm sure
Okay,
you could do
true.
that like any other event, yeah.
But it's not like you can be sitting there watching him just fucking chiefing. You know what I mean?
No, but you can't even do that at a concert anymore. So yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that I would go check that out. I check it out
Well,
once.
here's the thing, because now I'm thinking about it. There's probably a bunch of other shit going on outside of like the actual fucking competition. So they probably have some cool like video game oriented booths and that sort of thing. I might check it out, dude. Because here's the thing. I've
Dude, there
always
might be a
wanted to go
swap
to
there.
like a fucking Comic-Con or something like that just to fucking check it out. Because obviously I like comic books. I like fucking all those types of things. Obviously, fucking Power Rangers is they make appearances. Dude, they have their own conventions, bro, that I just found out about not too long ago. They're called Power Morph Con.
I
Dude,
believe
they're,
that.
they're crazy, dude. I've seen like fucking videos. It's like, dude, these guys are all out. Fucking everybody's suited up from fucking all the different fucking shows and shit. It's fucking nutty, dude.
I will say that that is next level.
But I've just always wanted to go check one of those out just to see what it's about. You know what I mean? Why not?
Yeah, I've never been to any kind of like gaming event, or anything like that. Not even like a Comic Con, but I think I'd take it too, because I like video games, and especially like if you listen to the podcast, you hear me talk about it all the time. Like I'm more of a retro game guy. I like going back to a lot of the old school stuff. Um, so yeah, I would definitely check it out. And I've watched some speedrun videos, and like some of the shit people have learned to do in order to like maximize speedruns, like speedruns for Mario Kart. The way some of these people have achieved shit is finding out how to do things like skip through walls.
Or fucking go backwards through the fucking course and like jump across something to where it leads them right back to the finish line to where it's just like a fucking they can like literally do a lap in like 2 seconds because
Or
of a
like
fucking glitch.
utilizing the getting hit and the movement you get from a hit to propel you further. Like all sorts of weird things and tricks that these people have like all mastered to do that. Yeah.
My
I'll go
favorite
watch
one
these people.
are Super Mario speed runs, dude, because those guys, I don't know how they fucking move so fast. And they're like you said, they're so precise to where every movement, like if they were to fuck up once, dude, they're done. But
Yeah,
dude,
like the whole run's pointless now.
yeah, but like you just see him fucking do it and like unlock all these different things along the way that you like. Wait, fuck, what? Hold on. It would have taken me so long to like get to like certain spots, and these guys are just like blasting through levels, dude. It's crazy. Um, anywho, back to me.
Yep.
Coming to me. Coming to me. All right. Oh, I saw another one down here. This one's from Ben. Airsoft and or paintball.
I'm out. I just, you know what? Like, here's the thing. I had like a buddy growing up. He was like a friend of mine's, good friend, but he was my friend too. It's just like,
An
you know what I mean?
acquaintance.
Like one of the, yes. And he wasn't around all the time, but this guy, he like traveled the world doing paintball. His dad owned a paintball field and he like worked there. He just always hung out there and he started like competing doing paintball from like when we were probably like 10, 11 years old. and like he like went to like world championships and shit. I got hit a number of times. It's not fun. And so I don't know, I just like never really wanted to do it.
Well, that's the point, Chris. You're not supposed to get hit.
Yeah, but I always experienced as a bunch of like just absolute idiot kids like getting high and shooting each other with paintball guns. Like
Oh yeah, well that's part of it too. But
just in their someone's
yeah,
backyard though. You know, like
yeah.
I think that maybe no, I don't think that I would like it anyways. I
All
think I'm
right,
out.
Sean,
Leave
even
it.
airsoft.
Yeah, I'm gonna say both. To me, I don't know. It's never been like something I'm like, oh, I really want to do that. That'd be a lot of fun. I don't think about it like that.
Yep. I think I fall into a similar category as Chris, where it's like I've known people who are enthusiasts in both, and are really into it, and they've told me all about it, and I've seen it done. I just don't find an interest in it. Like having an airsoft gun at home for like fucking around and just like shooting cans and shit. Like I don't think that's airsoft as an activity, but like that's about my speed with an airsoft gun. Like keeping the squirrels out of my yard by popping them in the ass with a pellet. Sure.
Man, you guys are fucking no fun, dude. I'd be all about this shit. I did it when I was a kid. My dad used to go out with us, dude. My dad got me so bad one time. First he shot me in the balls, and then he shot me in the eye. Of course, my
Oh,
dumbass took my mask off when I got hit in the eye. So that was partially my fault, but also partially his fault. Because why are you gonna shoot somebody without a mask on? But also, why do I have my mask off in the middle of the fucking playing area? So
so Schefter, you just got hit in that spot. I mean, you could definitely get hit again
yeah, dude, it was bad.
without the mask.
Anywho, it does hurt, but dude, it's also fucking fun as shit, dude. It's one of those things where it hurts for a few seconds and then I'm on to the next thing. Unless you get hit pretty close up, that shit fucking hurts. But I was one of those. I like to hang back a little bit. You know what I mean? Get angles. I ain't trying to fucking rush in and just go balls out. I like playing like capture the flag and shit like that because then I could be the guy that posted up by the flag and just like, all right, who's coming this way? That's fun, dude. It's like Call of Duty in real life, dude.
That's what LJ says. Like all the videos I've seen of airsoft just look like
Dude,
kids that their parents
honestly,
told get off a
here's the thing.
COD,
Airsoft,
so they went
I
outside and
don't
played it.
necessarily know if I'd do airsoft as much anymore. Because, dude, it's fucking intense now. Like, with the fucking guns and dude, for some reason, those fucking pellets hurt worse than paintballs, I feel. Uh, well, maybe not. Maybe if I was suited up, I'd probably still do it. But, dude, they're legit, like, snipers, dude. Full ghillie suited up. Just, like, posting up in, like, bushes and shit. Like, taking people out from, like, fucking whoever knows how far it is. And then literally sitting there whipping out their pistol as people walk by and taking them out, and they don't even realize where the fucking dude is because he's all gillied up in the bush and you can't fucking see him. It's fucking crazy. Anyways, I'd be down. So, Chris, back to you.
He's looking long and hard over here.
Dude, if you scroll up, there's some good ones up there. LJ threw one in twice, I think.
Aaron's like, did we freeze?
No, 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 no. It's because honestly, Ern's done such a good job. I'm just looking and it's like almost all these suggestions are from Ern and some of the other ones that have already been picked. So
Well, don't.
um I'm gonna go with this one from Gooser because I actually think that it's funny. Be a contestant or are you smarter than a fifth grader?
I'm gonna jump right in. Absolutely. I would totally want to be a contestant on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I had a lot of fun watching that show years and years back when it first came out. It entertained the hell out of me. I don't even know if it's still around anymore.
I'm
But
not sure if it is either.
but you know, like I'd love to see what happens because I would watch that show and actually get stumped sometimes by these questions that fifth graders just know. And it was like, I don't remember learning that shit when I was in fifth grade. So like, I'd give it a go. What do I got to lose? You know?
Nah, I like that
I
answer.
don't
How
know if
about you,
I'd do it,
James?
bro, because I feel like I'd be pretty stupid. Because dude, all the shit that I know is just nonsense bullshit, and I don't think any of it would help me out with any of the fucking questions that they're gonna
You
ask
don't
me.
remember anything from school?
D-
Like you were there for
Well,
12
dude, I remember,
grades.
of course, I remember some shit, but dude, I wasn't a very good student, Chris.
I'm
Well,
just
I
gonna
feel you.
remind you that you taught us that water on the East Coast is actually warmer than the water on the West Coast.
Yeah, but that was from like a video or some shit I've seen like recently.
So you
No,
actually know more
but you
random
retained that
things.
I
though.
just know a bunch of random bullshit. Is like I said, nothing that really
That might
pertains
be
to
good
anything
though.
But right,
specific.
but that's it. The whole premise is that you're answering questions that fifth graders have in their
A
textbooks.
lot of things that I know a lot about are shit that's definitely not coming up on that fucking test. But
So you wouldn't want to be a contestant?
I don't know. Fuck it, I'd try it and see how far I can get.
Nice, nice. I too would go on there. I go there and just fucking blow everybody away. Like I'd just crush kids. I'd smile when they got like all their answers wrong, and I was just getting everyone right. I'd love it.
If I remember correctly, you partner up with a kid too at points.
You might, yeah.
So like
That
you
might be for
you
you to get the grand prize at the end or something.
yeah, but I mean either way, I think if we'd all be walking away with a little bit of cash in our pockets either way. You know, like I don't think we're walking out of there broke. I think we at least got a little money coming home. You know, we answered a few questions right, I think. So I guess it's my turn to go and hunt for another one.
Ern says I'd rather be on Can You Box a fifth grader.
Whoa, Ern.
That's fucked
Aaron,
up,
you'd
dude.
still lose. Come on.
That's
Damn.
a burn. That's a burn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with this one right back at the beginning.
Ern says
Go-karting.
adult first fifth grader MMA, no training, same weight class.
So I already know the answer to this because strangely we just talked about this on the podcast. But yeah, go karting.
Oh, dude, all day, every day, 10 times. I would fucking. I want to go right now.
I'm obviously yes. I'm totally taking go-karting. It's been
One
over
week
20
since you
years
looked at
since I
me.
go-karted,
Sorry.
but
I like LJ. How many fifth graders?
Ben says, yeah, you have to pull me out of the carts. For sure, dude. I'm the same, dude. It's so much fucking fun.
I get like I'm also a take it on the go karts. We were again we were talking about this on the podcast. You guys will hear this not Monday, but the following Monday. Like we all got some fond memories of different go kart experiences, and yeah, I definitely want to go back and do it again. It's just so much goddamn fun.
and yeah, Ern, it's everything's so expensive now. But the go-karting, yeah, I bet you it's like crazy expensive. Because even in the episode, I was talking about how like I was paying like $30 in like the mid 90s.
Yeah, they're pricey nowadays, especially if you're going to like a decent like go kart place that's actually got some pretty quick little carts and like a nice track setup. You know what I mean? You're gonna end up paying, but dude, it's so much fucking fun, dude.
Like the place I looked at is a split level indoor place, and it was like $30 a race.
Yeah,
Is that like one lap or two laps? Probably two
I
laps.
think
It's Probably like it was more. I think it was more like a 5 minute race kind of a thing.
Man, $30 for 5 minutes? That seems fucking.
Yeah, like I don't know if it was longer than 5 minutes. Like you know how that goes when you're in the seat. Like your concept of time is different. But I
Yeah.
feel like it didn't feel like it was any more than 5 minutes that we
Well,
were
dude, that's
racing.
like you spend $100 and you get 15 minutes of fun.
Well, they might have,
I've heard times people
what
say that it's worth that, but not for
this is how they
go-karting.
might get you though, Chris. Is that one race for $30 might be the base thing, but then you do the packaging thing where you like pay
Yep.
a little more, and then that's where you get your money's
Yeah,
worth.
you could get the $100 package
And
and
then
get
you're
like
getting like
5 races or
five late,
something.
and they might even have them as laps instead of times. You know what I mean? Or like
And
those
like
things. So
the
they're trying to upsell you. Like, oh, but if
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you can get one race for 30, or you want to spend a little more, you can get
Two
this,
for
this, that,
50.
and this. You know?
well, and the whole gimmick with that place too is that like it's more than just the indoor go-kart track. So there's like a full restaurant and bar. There's a full-size arcade. There's a full trampoline park in it, and a couple of other odd activity things that you can do inside that one facility. So the idea is like, yeah, you're gonna spend $30 for maybe one race, but then you're also gonna spend some time in the arcade. You're gonna get some food at the restaurant. You're gonna maybe go do one of the other activities. So your $100 gets spent on a variety of experiences. But LJ gets it. Drunk go karting? Hell yes. 100% it's a thing
No,
in that
I'll
place.
just get fucking ripped and then get on that fucking cart and feel
That's
like I'm
what
playing
we did.
Gran
When I
Turismo or
went
something.
it was with everybody from the dispensary.
There's
It was a celebration for the company for the people who'd been there since day one, and yeah, that it was kind of fun racing against like the director of operations and trying to beat him.
all right. I think it's back to me for the next one, right? We'll go
Yep.
with this new one from Horatio. Bungee jumping.
I want to jump in. Absolutely not. I am definitely not going to ever bungee jump. I'm completely out on bungee jumping. I don't like the idea of I don't like the idea of jumping out of a plane. I don't like the idea of bungee jumping. I'm cool with like jumping off like cliffs, but once it gets to a certain height, I'm like not super cool with it anymore. I'm just yeah, I'm leaving it.
All right, Sean.
So with bungee jumping, I go back and forth, like right, like it's one of those things where, excuse me, get that frog out of my throat again. Uh, it's one of those things where like I don't know if I'm gonna be the guy that backs out. Like right now, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. But I also don't know if I'm the guy that's gonna back out when he gets right to the edge and it's like it's time to jump. So that's where I'm like so torn. But I think I'm gonna say for now, take it.
I just like this from Ben. I don't jump off high things. That's how you die. um, Bungee jumping. I don't know if I would bungee jump, man. There's just something about what if what if that rope's not good that day? You know what I mean? Or like, what if it's not, what if that fucking latch or whatever they hooked on decides to fucking give and I don't fucking bungee back? You know what I mean?
Yeah, or like what if like the harness is holding that on,
Yeah,
one of the clips
I don't know,
breaks.
man.
Like, I
Bungee
mean,
jumping it always just kind of sketched me out, which is crazy because I do want to skydive at some point. I also do enjoy like cliff jumping and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know about the bungee jump, dude. And also, like, you have to hang upside down until they finally pull you back up. Like, I don't want to like sit there hang upside down with all that blood rushing to my head that whole time, dude. I'm good.
Ernst Grady says, nah, jumping off of high things is safe. It's the landing that kills you.
It's a sudden stop at the end.
Yep.
It's not the fall.
I don't know what kind of reasons you're going there for, but I'll let you have them to yourself, I think.
So I think we all answered that one, right?
Yep.
So then Chris's pick?
Yes. If you scroll up to the
Uh,
very top where the first suggestions are coming in, there's a real good one from LJ, dude, that I kind of wish I would have picked.
well, I think you still are gonna have a chance. Okay, I'm gonna go just for another. It's like a classic vibe. Batting cages.
I'll go right now. Who wants to go? You want to go? Let's go.
James is in on the batting
Let's go.
cages. That's
Let's
for
go
sure.
right now.
He's taking
I'm
it.
going to hit some dingers, bro.
I'm James, and I came here to hit dingers.
Yeah, and I'm here to hit dingers. Yeah, dude. It's been a while since I swung a bat, though. I don't know if I still got the old swing that I used to have.
You
I
swing
never really
right or
had like
left-handed,
I could do both.
but what was your like dominant?
I got more. Honestly, I was more of like a power hitter, left-handed, but I had more consistent contact right hand. You know what I mean? I always base hit batter if I was right-handed. But left
Okay,
hand, I'd either fly out a lot or I had a chance of at least hitting it within. Because dude,
hitting it hard.
the crazy thing about left-handed too is I could place the ball better for some reason. Like opening and closing my stance actually kind of worked. I don't know what it was. But like if I were to go to the cage now, I'd probably step up right-handed, hit a couple, and then maybe if I was like doing decent, I'm like, oh, let me step to the other side. One time I did that though, in the middle of a set of fucking pitches, bro. The wrong
You got
time.
hit?
Oh fuck yeah, dude. That shit fucking hurt, bro. So bad. Caught me right in the hip. Oh, dude.
Sean, how about
Oh,
you?
flashbacks, dude. Oh man.
uh, I'm gonna leave it. Not a sports guy like that. Not a baseball guy. Not really a football guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm leaving it.
Okay, okay.
I mean, I don't even think I've ever once stepped foot in a batting cage.
Really? Oh, okay.
Like that's how not into it I am.
Damn.
I would 100% take batting cages. I used to love going to batting cages. I used to like make bets with friends that like I would make more contact than them. Like the higher speeds up you go, and I used to love it. Like I go into like the 80-mile-an-hour one, and like I could fucking make contact with like three or four.
Honestly, it's one of the sports. Baseball is one of the sports I miss playing, dude. Like if I could like get back out there and like play something, it would probably be that for sure. I did it like
Baseball's pretty fun.
I did it a couple years before like we all met and like played in like an adult league. And dude, like our first game, bro, we came out fucking like a bat out of hell, dude. 21 to like 1 or some shit. And it was one of the first games I ever fucking hit one out, like actually out of the park. I never hit one in game. And I think it was actually a grand slam at that. Dude, I was fucking feeling myself so hard after that game. And then the rest of the season, bro, we got fucking hammered, bro. Because little did we know, all these other teams had fucking college kids on the off season playing, and we're just a bunch of fucking drunks and stoners, that just got together and like, hey, let's make a baseball team. And dude, we got fucking smashed because there's like all like the kids that like I grew up playing baseball with and like went to high school with. We're like, we just got together and like, fuck, let's just put a team together and fucking find a league somewhere. And dude, bro, it was brutal.
I would for sure take bat. Oh, sorry, we're already past that.
Yeah.
What's the next one? What's the next one?
So that's now my pick.
I was gonna answer again for batting cages. Like, yeah, no, I already said that I would do it.
I'm there for it again, man. So I'm just gonna say shout out to Kevin K for just coming in all of a sudden with like machine gun fire suggestions. I'm gonna pick this one from him. Pottery class.
I
Would
think
you
I
do
would
a
take
pottery
it.
class?
Yeah, I think I would take it. And the reason why I think I would take it is because I feel like that's something that I don't really know anything about, and I have like zero skill in it. So I'd like to see how I could do. Like, I think that that'd be a challenge. So that's why I think I'd like to do it. So I'd take it. Take pottery class.
Um, I don't know. I might try it. I'd at least give it a shot once. I've never done it. Like Chris, like I don't necessarily know if I'd be any good at it or anything, but hey, it'd be worth giving it a shot.
So I too am gonna take it. I have like one day, and when I say one day, I really mean like an hour and a half experience as a pupil in a pottery class. I can say that in that hour and a half, I did not find myself to be a very talented clay thrower.
Dude.
Trying to spin clay on the wheel, and me, like you would expect, didn't turn out as good as you would think. But it was a challenge I wanted to try to get better at when I first experienced it as a kid. So I think as an adult, yeah, fuck it. I would totally go to a pottery class
Next
and
thing you
give
know,
it a go.
we're the next Seth Rogen putting out our own cannabis oriented pottery. Um,
Sheddery.
yeah. Okay, okay. Now we're getting back to all right. LJ put this in at like the very very beginning of the show.
Ah, yes, you're gonna do
Uh,
it.
60 Days In. Have you guys ever seen that show?
No.
It's where
What is it?
it's pretty much you commit 60 days of your life to being pretty much undercover inside of jail, trying to like see what kind of like situation it's like inside as far as like treatment as well as what kind of dirt and stuff you can get, and it's all fucking caught on camera. Like you're lying about who you are, what your charges are, and this and that, and you're literally in there with fucking prisoners, dude.
Like actual prisoners, actual criminals.
Oh, dude, I'm definitely gonna fucking pass on that.
Yeah, fuck that,
If
dude.
I'm gonna be in there for 60 days, like I'd rather be in there for like reasons like I did and not getting for a job. Like what? Because I
Yeah,
know that I'll never go there, like just because of me being me. It's like I'm fine there. I don't need to go to jail.
and
Imagine going to jail and like you're getting paid to go to jail, but like, bro, you still might have to like fight people and fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's just gonna be like you go in and lie there and talk to people. Like,
yeah, I'm just jumping into even though I asked the question, I'm not doing that shit. Fuck that. I don't ever want to go to jail for, actually committing a crime, so why am I going to go just cuz? No, thank you.
Yeah, I've spent some time behind bars. I don't want to go back. Thank you. Um,
I've watched enough
that's
Scared Straight.
that's a leave it for me. Like I said, I only was in for a few days until I was finally able to make bail. But you know what? I don't want to do it again. Hard pass. Definitely leaving it. What's your next pick there, Chris?
um, it was one actually. Okay, hold on. I had it and now it's gone. Okay, I didn't see this, but I saw something else that made me think that that's what I thought it was. So I'm just gonna say, um, like run a night of Dungeons and Dragons.
Be the dungeon master.
Not even necessarily that. Sorry, I might have said that too. Like
Play just
participate within. Dungeons and Dragons. Like you could be
Dude,
the dungeon master
this
or
is
just whatever.
this is the crazy thing is my brother and my sister have played for like years. And like they used to like have like their D&D nights and stuff like that. And like I've played similar type games like that before in the past with my cousin, but I've never actually gone full D&D where you've got like a dungeon master who's got the full storyline and like, that whole sort of shit. But I would give it a go. I think would be fun for one round, because the whole time you're playing, you're just sitting there hanging out. You could be drinking, you could be smoking or whatever, and then you're just sitting there. And if you really want to do it right, you can like do like everybody you see and just like go full character fucking actor and just like embody who you're supposed to be and say crazy shit and this and that. You know what I mean? That could be fun.
Though I'm not into the fantasy stuff, I'm gonna take it because this is one of those where I've known a lot of people who are into it, that do it, that are enthusiasts of it, and this one I could see actually having a little fun with, especially with the right group of people. You get like James said, if you just got a good group of friends and you're all just, getting a little shed faced and having a good time, being your characters, playing some D&D, I could see that being fun. So, yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. I think that I would try it out. I never once played it. I've never been around it getting played. My only frame of reference is from like TV and movies and like little conversations that people might say, "Oh, I've played it." Um, but I would give it a try. I mean, I have an imagination, so why not?
I know a buddy of mine who is a really big D&D friend, nerd. Uh, you guys actually have met him. Good old Canadian bacon, Matt.
Oh man, I figured.
Yeah, he's actually got some friends who have a D&D podcast. And the whole podcast is them playing D&D. So you're just basically listening as they craft their story.
My sister has like another, like I think they have like a YouTube channel and shit where she watches them go throughout their different campaigns and shit. And like I've caught a couple videos like when she'd like be watching it on like the TV in the living room or whatever. Like they look like they're having a lot of fucking fun. You know what I mean? Like they got
Right?
all into it. We're like doing voices and like saying crazy things and just being fucking just feeling the vibes. And it was cool. Dimension 20, that might be the one. Ern. But I think
let's
it's your
see.
pick there, Chris.
Yeah,
Sean.
I'm scrolling through real quick just to see what we got out here. See what other good options have been thrown out there. All right, here we go. And I think we talked about this one recently too on a podcast. But from Brian Enoch, mini golf.
Oh, dude, all day. I'll do mini golf, batting cages, and go karting all at once. Let's go. Let's go. All right, sorry.
I also would go mini golfing. I'm definitely down. It's been like a couple of years, and then before that, it probably been like 5, 6 years, and then before that, it was probably a decade. But I feel like every time I do go, I always have a good time.
It's probably been more than 20 years since I last went and played any mini golf, but I'm gonna take it. I haven't done it in forever, but I remember having fun as a kid playing mini golf and actually understand a little bit more how to like, you know, hit the ball the right force, not just try to smash it like a kid does. So yeah, I think I might actually be better at it now than I was as a kid too. So I think that rounds us out,
I think
and
that's
it's
Yeah.
does it.
9:30 on the dot. Wow.
So with that, ladies and gents, you kind of know how this thing goes. We're just going to go ahead and round out the episode with a couple sign outs and one little special thing at the end. So Chris, what you got?
Well, what I have is a thank you to everybody that tuned in this week. Appreciate you. Of course, you can check us out on the Shed Time Podcast, shedtimepodcast.com. And honestly, I'm just going to keep it there. I'm going to say everybody be safe. Have a good week. Catch you on the next one. Sean.
Big shout outs to everybody catching us in the replays and on the lives. We do really appreciate the whole Shedhead Nation. It does mean the world to us. Of course, go support the community. You got the Friday Fallout later on tonight. Go check them out. And with that, I'm just going to tell you, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick, and whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun.
All right, so let's see here. You know what? I'm going to just say this one. It's probably been said before, but I don't care because I'm going to say it anyway. It is time for some wise words of wisdom, food for thought for you guys to think about over the weekend from our main man. And today, Confucius say, men who stand on toilet, high on pot.
Classic.
It's just too good, dude. It's just too good. He also says, dirty hands make nose itch. Don't know how that makes sense, but all right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. We'll catch you guys next week for another episode, but make sure you guys check out the Shed Time Podcast over there at shedtimepodcast.com. It's got all the links for everything you need to know. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up as we always do, sending out nothing but positive vibes and crisp high fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them. And as always, just fave on, Shedheads.